Welcome to the HeatNation Report, baby. What's going on, man? I am your host, Blaze Hunter, Ninth Wonder. We here live, Blaze It Up Radio, the Signature Series Network, the most prestigious network in the land. And my God, it calls for celebration. It calls for celebration, baby. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? I got to give shout outs. Man. I couldn't have done this, man. I couldn't have done this without the help of the motivation, the inspiration by my man, Spivey of the Inside Scoop. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? That this is presented. The celebration is presented by Spivey of the Inside Scoop. You know what I'm saying? And I thank you for this amazing case of Mountain Dew Baja Blast. You know, my reward, you know what I'm saying, for the Miami Heat advancing to the NBA Finals, baby. I told you. Now look, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna be real. You know what I'm saying? You know, your boy gonna keep it transparent. I had a lot of anxiety. You know, like I knew the Celtics was gonna fight, but I ain't expecting the boys to get 3 in a row. You know what I'm saying? I ain't expecting. You know, they've been inconsistent, and then you know that showed in Game 7, which we gonna get into them highlights. But I ain't gonna cap. I was like, oh Lord, what's going on? They had me stressed. You know, they had me stressed. But you know what? Memorial Day, I was a little out of it. The day before, I was a little out of it. But you know, my boys picked me up. They picked me up. They got the job done. Heat Nation, let's get it to these highlights, baby. Let's go.
Clutch, 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 clutch. Yeah, baby, I'm clutch.
Shout out to the Eastern Conference Championship. Your Miami Heat. Congratulations to them boys. Let's get it, boys. They did their thing. Jimmy G, 28 points, 103-84. Big shout out to the Miami Heat. Jaylen Brown had 19. Tatum, you had 14 points, 11 rebounds. Still had a double-double. But, you know, he couldn't get over that ankle. You know, but them boys that kept settling for threes, that just wanting the way to go. Good win. Heat Nation. We did what we had to do. Come on, man. Your boy is over the top excited. We got a battle on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, we got a battle. We getting ready to go to see them boys in Denver. You know, we getting ready to see these boys in Denver. And this about to be a fight. The Bucks, number 1 seed in the East, we handle business. Knicks, handle business. Celtics, sheesh. It was a dogfight, but we handled business. But all the adversity leads to the finals. It leads to Jokic, to Murray. It leads to the Denver Nuggets, the number 1 team in the NBA. We the 8th seed. We had the lowest field goal percentage in the entire league. He was the 8th seed. We beat the 1 and 2 seed in the East. Now the 8th seed about to face the 1 seed in the West. Woo! It's a lot of history being made. But you know what? Jimmy G Buckets is up for the challenge. Playoff Caleb Martin is up for the challenge. We gotta give Caleb Martin his props. Ain't he go cap? I thought my boy should have got MVP for this series. You know what I mean? Jimmy deserves it. Jimmy, he earned it. I'll say Jimmy earned it. You know, there was some times where Jimmy was giving me a whole lot of headaches and anxiety. I won't cap. But if you look at the overall leadership, the way to will the team, you got to give it to Jimmy G Buckets. But hey, look, I wouldn't have been mad if Caleb Martin got that beast. Because playoff Caleb is a real thing. My boy showed up. He played so good, I signed his brother on the contract too. My boy is hooping. Shout out to my undrafted players, man. Y'all showed up. Y'all showed out. Y'all came and gave the Miami Heat some energy. Much needed energy that we needed. It was great. And the Celtics. Let's talk about the Celtics. First off, let's give the Boston Celtics a hand. Y'all showed up. We got to give you a hand. Y'all showed up and you did what you had to do. You did what you had to do. You competed. And, the superstars, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart, y'all made it rough for us. And that doggone White. Gotta give a shout out to White. Mr. White, that tip in, you really messed with my emotions in that tip in. You did. You messed with a lot of Heat fans. But you know what? I gotta give you props. You were the only one fighting in that game 7. You're the only one that was taking it to the rack. Everybody else wanted to shoot threes. But that's why I knew we were gonna beat Boston. Because they talented. They got the talent. Don't get me wrong, them boys got the talent, but that's where it stops. If you're going to beat a world-class team like the Miami Heat, you're going to need more than just your talent. We was hitting that zone, forcing y'all boys to shoot threes that y'all could not make. It is what it is. You got to take your hat off, Coach Spo. You got to.
What was the difference between tonight and the last 3 games where you seem to be playing with confidence? The defense was good. There was energy there. Tonight, it just seemed like after the first 6 minutes, something changed.
We shot 21% from 3. Defense was still there.
Is this team too reliant on the three-point shot? Does that have to change?
No.
Joe, how did the game plan have to adjust to navigate perhaps any limitations Jason had?
Nothing. I mean, I thought he just tried to play through it as best as he could.
And how do you, obviously just with it ending right now, look back on this season? How do you assess the season this team had?
It's one of the best locker rooms I've been a part of. The guys cared. They gave it everything they had. It's the most important thing to take from this. Obviously, we didn't achieve our goal. We didn't win, which was our goal. So we failed in that regard. But it's not because the guys didn't have a sense of togetherness, character, and just who they are as people.
Oh, JoJo, you're about to get fired, bruh. They about to fire Joe. I don't want to see Joe fired. I understand, what was put on him. He didn't even have time to have a proper training camp or nothing. They just threw him to the wolves. And you made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. So, if it's up to me, they shouldn't fire him. But we know how the Celtics are. They're going to get rid of you, bro. They're going to get rid of you. You know what I mean? But take your hats off. Take your hats off to yourself, Joe. Y'all give Joe a round of applause, too. Because JoJo, you did your thing. Shout out to Coach Joe Mazzulla. You did your thing. You were just up against a beast in Eric Spoelstra. The man that should have been Coach of the Year many times over. You were just out-coached. It is what it is. But you know what? You can say that you battled against a GOAT. You know what I mean? You battled against a GOAT. But man, I'm excited. I'm excited for what my boys have done. We got a challenge ahead of us. I'm ecstatic. Let's go into some of these interviews.
It was all Celtics the last 3 games. What did it take to regroup and pull this off in such dominant fashion on the road?
Sticking together, steady believing, keeping that faith. My brother, appreciate you, baby. Come on. Keeping that faith, knowing that we're a really good team. We've been in this situation so many times. We got a dub on the road.
And now you're an 8 seed. You went from the play-in, you're heading to the finals. What's been most rewarding about this postseason journey so far?
That we're not an 8 seed. We're a really good basketball team. We're really good players. And we just play together and we play hard, which is a good sign for us.
What has Caleb Martin's emergence meant for you?
Everything. He's so comfortable, he's so confident, and he's been huge in these wins.
You got the...
My brother.
And lastly, you got the Nuggets next. They've been resting. After a 7-game series, how do you measure your momentum versus your fatigue right now?
We're going to be all right. This is what we have to do. We like it the hard way. We never want it easy. We got to go get some in Denver.
Good luck. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, man. So I need predictions. I need predictions from you guys. Let me know who y'all think winning it all. Let me know. Let's be completely unbiased, Heat Nation. Let's tell the truth. Let's keep it a stack. Who y'all think got this? Now, obviously, my heart is going to run with my Miami Heat. But you know what? Everything else is running with my Miami Heat. I know this is going to be a challenge. But this is what we do. I feel like we went through all this adversity that we went through to be able to face a Denver Nuggets team. To be able to face this adversity. The others. Team undrafted. My boys, they came and they showed up and they showed out and they let Jimmy know that, you know what, we got you. You ain't got it all the time, ain't got it all the way through. You may be hurting. Don't worry, your supporting cast is here. We a squad. These goons from Dade County. They showed up. So, Murray, you better come with it, bruh. You better have a Murray game every single game. You better have them 4 games, bruh. You better. Jokic, you're dealing with Coach Spoelstra. We're going to do our best not to let you get triple doubles every single game. No, sir. We can't do it. We can't do it. Jimmy G Buckets is coming. Don't think Jimmy G Buckets forgot when you bum rushed the teammate from behind. Took him out. Don't think Jimmy G Buckets forgot. He didn't. Jimmy G Buckets been waiting for this for a long time. He don't forget. He petty. He petty. We want you, Jokic. We needed payback against the Celtics. We got our payback against the Celtics. Now we coming for you, Jokic. You standing in the way of a championship. Udonis is retiring this year. UD need his ring. You standing in the way, Yoke. We coming. Tyler Hero. My boy is going to be here for the finals. You seen him in practice. Your boy ready. We ready. We coming. Yo, I'm excited, y'all. I'm excited. And game 3, we're going to be live and direct. Heat Nation. Heat Nation. We bringing the Heat Nation report. You feel me? From South Beach. For game 3. The boy going to be in the building. Heat Nation, if y'all want to come rally with your boy, get interviewed by your boy, y'all come down and y'all holler at me. It's going to be live. I'm gonna have my case to do. I'm gonna have my case to do. Spivey, I appreciate you. I'm gonna have a lot to do, so I might share with y'all. You feel me? You want to interview y'all? I might share the case to do, and I'll let y'all shout out the homie Spivey. I'm calling it right now. My prediction: we will get a game in Denver. We will not go to game 3 down 0-2. I don't see it happen. Coach Spoelstra is too good. I don't see it happening. We're going to get one of them in Denver. They bet not let us get you. Whoo! The Celtics, every time we play the Celtics, I feel like we get better. So, Denver, do your worst. Because the Miami Heat going to do their best. We coming. The goons from Dade County. Let's get it, baby. Heat in 6. I'll take Heat in 7. But I'm going 6. I think we got to punch them in the mouth early. And I believe that's what my goons of Dade County going to do. Y'all know who this is, man. It's your boy Blaze Hunter Night Wonder. This has been the HeatNation Report. Presented by Spivey of the Inside Scoop, who has awarded me the spoils of war. The sweet nectar of the gods. The Mountain Dew Baja Blast. Yes, sir. Heat Nation Eastern Conference Championship belongs to the Miami Heat. MVP Jimmy Butler. We're going to the finals, baby. The job ain't done. We got 4 more to get. Blaze It Up Radio Signature Series Network, the most prestigious network in the land. Heat Nation. We out.
Clutch, 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 clutch. Yeah, baby, I'm a clutch.